What's going on, y'all? I was trying to get this video done. I wasn't originally gonna do a video. I was gonna do just pictures, but editing all these rods and reels and trying to get the pictures, the programs on the phones is just not good. I don't have my cameras yet. So just bear with me. I'm gonna run through these real quick, give you a quick introduction. My name is Travis. I'm from Louisiana, and I'm just gonna go through my rod and reels real fast. I'm gonna post some links in the description for the different companies that I use, and so you can go check them out. And there's some really good products here, and I'm not sponsored by anybody, and everything that you're gonna see is I pay for myself. So I'm not promoting anybody. I'm just showing you what I use right now. So first up, my spinning reel and rod. It's an Okuma Shadow Stalker. It's an Inshore series rod. It's really nice. I use it for drop shot. It's a medium, 7-foot medium. And I got that paired up with an Okuma RTX 30S. It's a really nice rod and reel setup. I've caught a lot of fish on the drop shot this year, and gonna keep continuing to use it. So there's that one. Next, I got a 7-foot medium Okuma Helios. It's got a square bill tied on right now, and that's paired up with an Okuma Helios reel, 7:3-to-1 gear ratio. I don't mind a fast gear ratio reel for square bills because it's easier to slow down than it is to speed up. So I really like this setup. It's really, really light, and I'll be using it a lot this fall. I use it a lot this spring, and I haven't used it too much during the summertime because I night fish mostly down here. It's so hot. But it's a really good rod, and I really, really like the Okuma products that I have. Alright, next I have a Quantum Q36 Performance Series rod. It's a 7-foot medium. I have a top water bait tied on right now. And that's paired up with an Abu Garcia Revo S. It is a pretty good setup. I haven't really fished it a lot. I fished with this reel a lot. I've had it for about 3 years now. But this rod I've had for a while, but I just never really used it. So I'm gonna get it back into the arsenal now and really put it to the test. So I really like this rod from when I have used it. I used a square bill before, but now I got some braid on this reel, and I'm gonna use it for a top water come this fall. Next up, I got a meat stick. This is G Loomis E6X 7'9" heavy flipping stick, and I got an ounce and a half weight on here for punching. It's really the meat stick. It's the beast rod of my arsenal. So and I got that paired up with an Okuma Helios Air. Really light, 4.5, like 4.8 ounces. Really light cast braid. Ridiculous, really good flipping reel. It's like a 7:4-to-1 gear ratio, I believe, and picks up line really fast and casts and flips braid. Amazing. I really like this rod, and I'm gonna freaking really put it to the test when that grass really mats up at the end of the summer and the fall. Next up is my frog rod, and it is a 7'6" Ducket Fishing Micro Magic Pro, extra heavy. I wasn't planning on going extra heavy for a frog rod, but the tip on it, when I went to go buy it and I was testing out different rods, the tip is really nice and it walks this frog really great. I bank fished after I bought it to test it out, and it walks really nice on a frog. So I'm gonna give it a good test once I get done night fishing and see how she holds up. But so far, from bank fishing it, I like it. And that's paired up with an Okuma Helios TCS. It's a 6:6-to-1 gear ratio, so I'm probably gonna upgrade the ratio. But I really like this reel. It also casts braid really well, and it's very durable and also very light. It's a little bit heavier than the Helios Airs, but it is still very lightweight, and it's an overall really light setup. Next, I have a hammer rod. It's a 7.3 medium heavy. I got a Texas rig lined up on it right now. 'Cause I do a lot of night fishing, so a lot of worms and Carolina rigs, etc. It's a really nice rod. I've caught a lot of fish on it. I've only had it about 3 weeks, and I've caught a lot of big fish on it already. Some of my pictures on Facebook, you're gonna see I have a 30-pound bag. This rod was a lot to do with that. And it's paired up with an Okuma Ceros. It's a lower end reel, retails for about $99.99. And it's very, very durable and really smooth for a $99 reel. I really like it. So for a cheap reel, it gets the job done, and it's a good setup. Also really light. The reel's a little bit heavier. It's not like, you know, high-end reel, so it is a little bit heavier, but the rod's so light, and it's got really good sensitivity that it balances out really well. Next up is another flipping stick. It's a Shimano Crucial. It's a 7'9" graphite flipping stick. Haven't got to fish it yet, but I will be doing a lot of flipping and punching come this fall, and so I'm really gonna put it to the test. It's got a Okuma Helios Air on it. Like I said before in the other one, it's a really good rod and a very good reel. So like I said, it casts braid really well, and it's very light, so it'll be getting a lot of work put in come this fall. Alright. Next up, I got another 7-foot medium Okuma Helios, and right now it's got a it's set up for a weightless fluke. I love fishing a weightless fluke, and come this fall, it's going to be one of my go-tos. That's paired up with an Okuma Helios reel combo. It's a 7:3-to-1 gear ratio, and also, once again, very light but durable. And the Okuma Helios have the mini guide series, or the mini guides on them, and are really nice. They cast well, and the reels cast really well, and it's a good setup. I really like it. Next up, I have a 13 Fishing Green Omen. It's a 7'7" medium. This is a deep diving crankbait that runs about 15 to 17 foot with a 10-pound line on it. And being as a medium power rod, it really handles that depth or that size of this size of a crankbait really well. I wouldn't go any bigger, like your 8XDs, your 10XDs. I'd get a medium heavy cranking stick, but 6XD and smaller, it's a really good rod. I really like it. I have it paired up with an Okuma Komodo. It's a 5.4-to-1 gear ratio reel, and when you're cranking these big crankbaits, it doesn't even feel like you crankbaiting. It feels more like you throwing a small spinnerbait. This reel is really smooth. It casts far. You get a long cast, and it really lets your crankbaits get down deep on a far cast. So really good setup, really light, and very durable. I just picked this rod up about 2 weeks ago. It's a Falcon rod, Jason Christie series. It's a 7.3 heavy rod, jig, worm, light pitching, flipping. Right now I have a jig on it. Haven't caught a fish on it, but I can tell you that the sensitivity is really good. I have got a couple bites on it that I missed, unfortunately, but when it comes through the cover and it comes through that submerged grass and the rocks and in the trees and everything else, you can really tell what you're coming through. The sensitivity is really good on it, and I like it a lot. I have it paired up with a Lew's laser speed spool. It's one of their cheaper reels. It was about $79.99, and but it's a really good reel. It's really lightweight for the price, and I've had it for about 3 years now, and it's very durable. Haven't had no problems with it. It casts really well, and I really like it. So I'm gonna put a lot of fish in the boat with it because I'm a jig guy. Next up, I got another Shimano Crucial. This one's a 7.3 medium heavy. This one's also a graphite rod. I like the graphite rod. I've caught a lot of fish, and I've actually caught my personal best, which was an 8.66 a couple weeks ago on this rod, and it handled it like a champ for a medium heavy, and is a big fish with a light Texas rig on it, and it's a great rod, really light, and I got it paired up with a Akuma Helios reel, 7:3 to 1 gear ratio, and it's a really nice setup. I really like this setup. This rod's really nice. The sensitivity is great. The durability is great. The reel casts really well, and be able to pick up that line with that 7:3 gear ratio to set the hook and get it in those big fish. Next up, I have an Akuma TCS. It's a Scott Martin series rods. This is a 7-foot medium, or 7-foot heavy, excuse me, jig worm rod. I have a Texas rig, a little bit bigger Texas rig, heavier, 3/8 ounce weight. Great sensitivity, very light. The rod itself is really, really light. And I got that paired up with an Akuma Helios TCS reel. 6:6 to 1 gear ratio. It's a little bit slower, but I haven't had a problem catching up to the fish with this 6:6 to 1 gear ratio. Some 6:6 to 1s, I have had a problem where I can't catch up to the fish, but so far, this reel with this brand, this Akuma brand, I haven't had a problem with the 6:6 to 1 catching up to a fish to set the hook or catch up to a fish as it's running towards the boat. So I really like the setup, really lightweight, and it's very good sensitivity. And last one is another meat stick. I got a 7-Eleven double extra heavy hammer rod. It's for a double extra heavy, it is super light. I mean, really light. And I got that paired up with a Akuma Helios 7:3 to 1 gear ratio reel. It's a punching setup or heavy flipping setup, but it's really light. Haven't got to fish it yet. I'll be doing a lot this fall when that mat, the grass mats up really good. So I'm really excited to fish it. It's a nice rod. My other hammer that's on my Texas rigs has been handling a lot of good fish, so I can imagine this one will handle it just as well. And that's everything. That's all the rods and reels that I use right now. I have a bunch more that I don't use, that are, kind of older or just haven't really rigged them up yet. So for now, that's what I got, and that's what I'm gonna roll with. Just a quick little ending to the video. I got a show coming up called Making the Cut, and it's gonna be unlike any YouTube show you've ever seen. It's not about teaching you how to fish or how to fish certain baits or whatever. Feel free to ask me questions, and if I can answer them, I will, and I can. But the videos aren't for that. The video is more like a TV show, like a show. It's gonna tell the story, my story, of how I started from nothing. I don't own a boat. I don't have any sponsors, nothing. Low battery, I'm sorry. But I don't have any sponsors, no boat, nothing. Everything I have, I've paid for myself. So it's gonna start from 0 to 100, and it's gonna go from starting at the bottom and making your way to the top to become a pro bass angler. Because that's my goal in life, is to become a pro bass angler, and I will. With y'all help and support, I will make it, and that's what it's about. So like I said, feel free to ask me how to fish or what to fish in certain situations, and I'll answer those questions to the best of my ability and in my opinion. This isn't gonna be no job that's just put together loosely. This is gonna be as best as I can do it. I'm not a professional video editor, I'm not a professional fisherman, but I'm gonna do everything in my power to give you the best available product from what I can do. So without rambling anymore, I'm gonna let y'all go, and please share these videos and get ready for Making the Cut. It should drop September 1st. I have a lot of tournaments coming up, all the way from local tournaments to club tournaments to the BASS Opens. So I'm gonna be doing them all, and I'll be co-angling. I don't own a boat, so I'll be co-angling. But I'm gonna take you on this journey with me, and I want y'all to come with me and learn and see for yourself what it takes. You're gonna see everything from behind the scenes: rigging rods, respooling reels, cleaning reels, everything, daily life, just of a bass angler, what a bass angler has to do to become a professional. And that's what this journey is gonna be about. So like, share, subscribe, tell the world, tell everybody, and let's get this let's get it rolling. And this is my first video, so bear with me on everything. I'm still learning, and I'm gonna keep learning as I go, and everything's gonna keep on trucking. So yeah, like I said, that's gonna be it. So I hope y'all stay tuned and get ready for September 1st, because Making the Cut is coming. I hope y'all have a blessed day. Check y'all later.